I am not my past for sure, but I honor it because my story didn't break me, it built me. Therefore, my story is my glory. For a long time, I felt like I had to explain where I had been before I was allowed to stand where I am. I softened it. I edited it. I justified my choices. I explained my past so people wouldn't misunderstand me. I explained my past so they wouldn't feel uncomfortable or judge me. But one day, something shifted. Something changed. I realized that my story was never meant to be defended. It was never meant to be defended. It was meant to be owned and told by me. I am not ashamed of where I have been. I am not embarrassed by the chapters that tested me. I am not defined by my mistakes, but I honor them because they shaped my wisdom. My past is not a stain, it's a teacher. You see, there were seasons I barely survived, choices I made with limited clarity, paths I took because I didn't yet know better. I survived with what I knew then, and I grew into who I am now. That growth deserves respect, not apology. It deserves respect. You see, when you constantly explain your story, you hand people power to approve or reject it. But when you own your story, you reclaim your authority. As for me, I no longer owe anyone a watered down version of my truth. I don't. I don't owe anyone a justification for my healing. I don't owe anyone an apology for my evolution. The chapters I once tried to hide are the same chapters that give my voice weight, my presence depth, and my compassion credibility. Talking of sharing stories, I remember some time back, the day I shared my story, someone walked up to me and said, "Wow, that was emotion. But I think you gave too much details about your story. I think that was too much." I was like, "Thank you. But what do you mean that was too much?" I didn't see anything that was too much there. I was just owning my story. I was sharing as it was, as it happened. And many other people were impacted by my story, but except you. So we moved aside, and then later, through honest conversation, I discovered the truth. My story wasn't too much at all. It only revealed what they were still running from. And then I realized something. Sometimes when people say your story is too much, it's not about you. It's about what it stirs inside them, the experiences they haven't fully processed, the pain they are still avoiding. So your story simply reflects their own truths, and they react to that, not to you. You see, I am not my past, but I respect it. I honor it because I learned from it. I refuse to pretend it didn't matter, and I refuse to pretend it didn't happen. Now, don't get me wrong here. Owning your story doesn't mean glorifying pain. It means acknowledging the resilience it took to keep going. It means saying, yes, this and that happened, and I am still here. I am still becoming. I am still rising. Now, here is something that I want you to hold on to. Not everyone will understand your journey. Not everyone will agree with your choices. Not everyone will applaud your growth. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay because your story was never written for universal approval. It was written for your healing, your growth, your alignment, and your purpose. So, as for me, I choose this. I own my story, not as an explanation, but as a foundation without shame, without editing, without apology. I refuse to be ashamed of where I have been. I am not my past for sure, but I honor it because my story didn't break me, it built me. Therefore, my story is my glory. I own it. Your story is your glory. Own it and tell it as you wish, as you want,